Are you wondering why the housing market suddenly feels like it's flipped upside down with buyers backing out and homes just sitting unsold? In today's video, we're diving deep into the shocking reasons behind the recent real estate roller coaster, from unexpected market shifts to the real impact of the soaring interest rates. I've got the inside scoop on what's really happening, plus we're revealing expert predictions on whether it's a perfect storm to buy or sell your home. Stay tuned to the end, and we will be unraveling the big mystery behind all of these dramatic changes in the housing market and what it means to you. You won't want to miss this. Now, real quick, if you need any help in your real estate life, whether it's buying or selling a home here in the Las Vegas area, it doesn't matter if it's 9 or 90 days from now and beyond. Just call, text, or email me. My information is below. Real estate, which usually is a safe bet even when prices go up, has been very popular for the last couple of years, but now things are starting to change. A report back in September 2023 says that nearly 60,000 people backed out of buying a home, and that's all around the country. That's 15.7% of all deals made in August, and it's more than 14.4% of who did the same thing back in August of 2022. Now, Jamie Moore, a real estate agent in Reno, Nevada, said that in the last 6 months, I've seen more people decide not to buy a home than in her past 24 years of doing that job. And people are starting to get nervous. Why are people suddenly less interested in buying homes? Well, there are a couple of reasons for this. First of all, there's less competition. You might have heard of a house in your area selling for way more than its price because lots of people wanted it. When many people want the same house, everyone tries not to lose out. But when there aren't many buyers, people feel more relaxed. Houses aren't selling as quickly, so buyers know they have more choices and can ask for things like repairs or lower prices. If the seller doesn't agree, the buyer just looks for another house because they think they can find something better. Next, the elephant in the room: higher interest rates makes homes more expensive. To stop prices from rising too fast, the Federal Reserve raised interest rates. By December of last year, interest rates were between 5.25 and 5.5%. Even though this helped lower inflation from a 40-year high of 9.1 to 3.1%, and there are fewer buyers. There are still more homes for sale compared to the pandemic prices. Prices of homes started to drop back in 2022 after reaching record highs, but they are still high today. With mortgage rates still pretty high, not many homes are for sale. Fewer people want to sell their homes. Is it a good time to buy or sell a home? Real estate goes through ups and downs. With what's been happening, it might be a good chance to make a move in the market. However, a recent survey shows that people aren't very hopeful. Fannie Mae's Home Purchase Sentiment Index, which shows how people feel about buying homes, was at its lowest rate since 2011 in June, and dropped even more in November. In October, 63% of people thought it was a good time to sell a home, but by November, only 14% thought it was a good time to buy one. High mortgage rates are a big worry for many. Doug Duncan from Fannie Mae says high mortgage rates seem to make people even more worried about buying a home. They also said they're feeling a pinch with lower incomes than last year and not feeling as secure about their jobs. We think this means buying a home will stay difficult for a while, which could mean fewer home sales into the next year, which is this year. Because of the high interest rates, buying a home has become a lot more expensive. This has made people think twice before buying a home. Plus, even though the cost of living has gone down a bit from its highest point in 40 years, thanks to the Federal Reserve raising interest rates, the number of homes available to buy is still not as high as it was before COVID-19 hit. The shortage of homes, combined with the fact that prices are still pretty high and borrowing money for a mortgage is more expensive, meaning fewer people are willing to sell their homes, of course. Let's look at a real-world situation. Right now, if you're to buy a medium-priced home for, let's say, $450,000 at 7.3% interest, your payments would be around $2,992 a month before taking into account taxes, insurance, private mortgage insurance if you were doing FHA or a conventional loan, and of course, the dreaded HOA. Now compare that to so-called top of the market, where the same person's payments would be $1,908. Just mathing in public, that's over $1,000. That's a lot of money. I have a lot of clients who want to sell, but they don't want to give up their low interest rates and the payments that accompany those. This is keeping a lot of homes off the market and making the situation worse. This is the dreaded, I'm sure you've heard this in the news, lock-in effect. And you have probably heard about that. So what does all this mean if you're thinking about buying or selling a house? The world of real estate has its ups and its downs, and with the current situation, there might be an opportunity to benefit from the market changes. However, not everyone is feeling positive about jumping into the housing market right now. A recent survey showed that people are feeling pretty pessimistic. According to a study by Fannie Mae, their purchase sentiment index, which measures how people feel about buying houses, it says its lowest point in the past decade right here in last June, and dipped even lower by November. Interestingly, while many felt it was a good time to sell a home in October, by November, very few people thought it was the right time to buy a house again. The main worry is for the high mortgage rates, which don't seem to be going down anytime soon. As a matter of fact, we're looking up. Rates got down to low sixes and now they're back into the sevens. Some people who were in the market gambled rates would go down even more, and sadly, that didn't happen. This month alone, from the bottom of the interest rates to the now, would cost a person an average of $200 extra a month on that $450,000 house. Now let's have some more real talk and see what I've seen so far this year. And I have to be a little bit honest at this moment here. I have not sold a single house this year. And now we're 6 weeks into the year as I record this. So there is still plenty much left of the year. And with that, I'll say I've put several homes into contract. And they have all fallen out of contract, and for the same reason: inspections. We could not come to an agreement between the buyer and the seller about the repairs. On the last one that fell through, the listing agent said the same thing that she has been seeing: higher than normal amounts of cancellation for the same thing: inspections. What's causing all of this? Well, the buyers are seeing how much they have to pay every month, and that they're getting less and less house than they could have had just a couple of years ago. When you look at it, your $2,992 payment, let's just call it what it is, $3,000 payment, at the bottom of the interest, top of the market, could have bought you a $750,000 home before the interest rates shot up. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that a $750,000 house is larger, newer, and in some people's eyes, a nicer home than one for $450,000. To illustrate, I went to Redfin and looked at a $450,000 home, and then I compared it to a $750,000 home for sale to see what difference I saw. I'm going to take a moment and let you see if you can compare. As a seller, if you're looking at the amount you're going to get for your bottom line, on the other side of the ledger, when it's all said and done, the buyer is looking at what it costs them up front and in their monthly payments. That $450,000 home represents over $3,000 per month to the buyer. I'm sure you can see why 45% of all home sales in Las Vegas are now new homes. Not only can the buyer's closing costs be paid, reducing their out-of-pocket expense, but the builders are paying down the interest rates. With current spreads and prices, the median price on a new home is $507,000 compared to $450,000 for a resale home. I can tell you the monthly payments on that new home will be $350 a month less at $2,640, with a builder paying your closing costs. While the real estate market usually offers safe investment opportunities, the current interest rates and limited home availability are making it so people are cautious about buying. Whether it's a good time to buy or sell really depends on individual circumstances, but it's clear the market is going through a tough phase that could impact decisions for the foreseeable future. If you love Las Vegas and the idea of what moves to Las Vegas stays in Las Vegas, we would really love to have you join us here in Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. So keep in mind, we help with your relocation or PCS here to Las Vegas. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, or better yet, book directly on my calendar. And we are happy to help you make that smooth move to Las Vegas. Be sure to subscribe below, and you'll be the first to learn about the current market conditions here in Las Vegas. We put videos out every week with the intent of helping you learn everything you want to know, the good, the bad, the ugly of living in Sin City. So if you'll be so kind, shoot us a comment. Let us know if there are any other questions that you have, any videos you would love for me to make to help you learn more about Las Vegas. Also, hit that like button. It's what helps the YouTube algorithm put our information and content out to great folks just like you looking to make a move to Las Vegas. It helps us so much. All right, that's it for the day. We'll keep the lights on for you. And as always, my military brothers and sisters, Alpha Mike Foxtrot.